So in this session we start our discussion with C programming language, introduction to C programming language. So we know C is middle level language, or you can say C is high level language. Um, and using C we write the program. Okay. So in this session we discuss how to write the program, what is program. Okay. So we have to install Turbo C or Borland C software and open new. So we open new file. So this is one empty file. Okay. For all C programs we have to give extension .c. So this is my first program. So my first .c. Okay. So this is my program file name. Okay. So all C programs contains some header files. We have to include the header files. For that we have to use hash include. We have to write hash include stdio.h. So this is one header file. Okay. And hash include conio.h. So this is another header file. I am including two header files. Okay. And void main so this is printf. Okay. So in this session we discuss one simple C program. Okay. So this thing. Okay. So here I am writing one simple program to display some message. Okay. I am displaying this message on screen. My name is Manohar. Okay. So first all C program must contain one very important function, that is main function. All our execution starts from this function only. So without main function we cannot write the C program. Okay. So in C program this main function is compulsory. Okay. So main function is function. Okay, I explained little about some functions. Okay, all functions return some data. Okay, so for that we need to specify the return type. So here return type is void. So this function is returning nothing. Void means it is returning no data. Okay, and here in front of every function name we use bracket. So these brackets are used for passing arguments to this function. So here we are not passing any arguments to our main function, just that's why I kept this empty, and this function returns nothing. And after that argument list, this part, opening flower bracket to closing flower bracket, we write the function. It is known as function body, means we write statements related to that function. So here I am writing only one statement. that is printf. So actually printf is a statement which is function or a statement which is used to display the message. Whatever message we give to this printf, it will display on the screen. So this is output function. So how to give message to this function? So printf, name of this function is printf. Okay, we have to write as it is. Okay, and next opening bracket. Okay, and this is closing bracket. Within this, we are in double quote, we have to give the message, we have to write the message. Okay, after this statement we have to close this by semicolon. Okay, so function means it is in function we can write a number of statements. Okay, so how to separate those statements? So semicolon is used to separate the statements. So in English we write some sentence, one paragraph. Okay, and how we separate the sentences? Using dot, full stop. After every end of every line we place full stop. Okay, so here also after every statement we write use semicolon. Okay, semicolon is to terminate the statement. Okay, and every statement performs some specific task. Okay, so here we are displaying for display, where we want to display means we have to use display related statement, that is printf, and open bracket. Okay, this is also one function. Okay, so function, we are directly using the function. Okay, sometimes we use function directly and sometimes we define the function. Okay, defining function means we write what actually that function is. Okay, we mention the return type and we mention argument lists and we also mention the statements, okay, of that function. And using that function means directly we call that function and we use for our work. Okay, so this is one function, printf is function. Okay, and if we give this argument, this is known as argument. Okay, whatever we pass, that will be transferred to screen, and that will be displayed on the screen. Okay, so we are using this function to use this, to use any statement in our program. First we have to include header file related to that function statement. Okay, so for printf, header file is stdio.h, that is standard input output header file. So it contains all input output functions related to standard devices such as keyboard and monitor. Okay, and using those we can perform input output related functions. Okay, so in C we have two functions, two important functions, printf and scanf. Printf is used for displaying information on screen and scanf is used for reading data from keyboard. Okay, so both functions or statements are available in stdio.h. So why we are including this? Because why we are, so this is header file which contains some set of functions, and if we want to use any function belongs to that header file, we have to include that header file. Okay, and all header files, how to identify the header files? All header files ends with .h extension. All C programs ends with .c extension. Okay, name of header file .h. Here all C programs ends with name of file .c. Okay, now so program is over. Okay, so next we have to execute this program. For that, to execute this, first we have to compile means we have to check for errors. Okay, so for that we have to use alt F9. Okay, so both keys alt and F9 we have to press in at same time. Okay, so here number of warning errors are 0, so program is correct, so press enter. Okay, so compilation is over, means program contains 0 number of errors, means we can execute this program. For execution we have to use control F9, means both keys we have to press in same time. So execution is also over. Okay, so to check output we have to press F5, alt F5. Okay, so on screen we got message, my name is Manohar. Okay, enter. Now so if we execute one more time, let's check what happens. So already we have compiled, we know we are not doing any modification, means program is correct. Directly we can press Ctrl F9 and we can execute the program. Okay, now I have executed second time and check the output. Okay, so now here I got 2 times my name is Manohar, so means my first time output was my name is Manohar and second time output was also same. Okay, so that first message is from previous output and this current message is related to current execution. Okay, so if we execute one more time, what happens? One more time continuously we go on getting this message again and again. Okay, now so if we execute n number of times, we get continuously we go on getting the outputs. Okay, now here one time here we can get confused, which is our present programmer may get confused whether while identifying which is current output and which one is previous output. Okay, so for that we can do one thing. We have one function that is clear screen. So clear screen, we can use this function clr to clear the screen. Okay, so while executing this program, so this our C compiler executes program statements sequentially one by one. First statement, second statement, that from it executes sequentially. So which is our first instruction, clear screen. So first it clear the screen, afterwards it executes printf, means we get the message. Okay, so we have modified program, means we have to compile program again, alt F9, 0 errors. Okay, and control F9. Okay, execution is over, alt F5 to check the result. So here in this case, whatever before printf I have used clear screen, so before that whatever there, that is removed. Okay, and after removing I have only one statement printf, so I got result this. Okay, after clearing screen we have displayed the message. Okay, so clear screen function statement, I am using 2 statements, clear screen and printf, both belongs to stdio.h, so no need to include the another header file. Okay, now see, each time I am compiling and I am using alt F9. Okay, so even after compilation, while compiling only we can check the output. Okay, for that at at the end of program, okay, we have to use get ch. Get ch is one function which is used to read the data from keyboard. Okay, it reads data from keyboard and just reads and um, uh, dispose that read data. Okay, so we check for errors. So number of errors are 0. Okay. Control F9, we are getting the output. Okay, so actually in this compiler it is not showing the error. Okay, because actually both clear screen and get CSR belongs to conio.h. Okay, but that header file is see here we have two types of compilers. Some compilers, they implicitly include all header files. Okay, means if you mention header file, first they search in that header file, and if function is not available, they search in all remaining header files. But in some compilers we have to explicitly mention the header files, otherwise they show the error. So for these two, clear screen and get ch, we have to use include conio.h. Okay, so why we are including conio.h? For clear screen and get ch we are including conio.h, and printf we need to include stdio.h. So we have included header files and we have three statements. First statement is clear screen. First it clears the screen, next display the message, next wait until user press some key. Okay, after reading that key, terminate the program. Okay, so F9, control 9. So we got the message. Okay.